All right.
I should say my things. I got things.
You got thanks.
I got things, not things. Thanks.
Thanks.
Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I have nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. On the high now. You can't bring me down. On the high now. You can't bring me down.
What's up, motherfuckers? We're back with another episode of World 11 Podcast. Before we dig into the nuts and bolts, you should definitely find us at our home on Podbean at world11.podbean.com, all spelled out, all one word. You can also pick us up on all your other favorite podcast places like iTunes, Google Play Music, and Spotify. You could be checking us out with all the cool YouTube exclusives, all the cool YouTube stuff. On our Fancy Pants YouTube channel. If you just jump on YouTube and you search for World 1-1 Podcast, that's, number 1-1, like the actual show there. So you'll find our channel. We're actually, we've got some cool new YouTube exclusive content coming inside of the next couple days, as a matter of fact. We're launching a brand new YouTube channel only show. We're going to be branching outside of the video game realm, but we're staying inside of nerd culture. So if that's your cup of tea, you should totally join us for Doctor Who Dis! And then you can also check us out live right the fuck now, streaming this recording as we speak on the Twitch channel. That's World 11 Podcast, all spelled out, all one word, on Twitch. So make sure on YouTube that you hit the subscribe button and then ring the notification bell like you got a little hunchback and you're in love with Esmeralda, and hit the that follow button right there on the Twitch channel, and then get all the notifications for when you go live, so you'll know when we do shit like this and the dumb leading the blind and the upcoming command prompt and all the other cool stuff that we do. That being said,
Choose your fighter!
I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me tonight is Eddie Backwards Cat V.
That what you just said lost my train of thought. But hi everybody. You're just getting ready for E3 in 2 more weeks.
I am on fucking fire tonight. And Kathy Streaming Pants. Yes, I know it sounds horrible and it's not ever going away now.
Kathy, me and you both made that face where we both looked at the screen and tilted our head like, what did he just say?
The bad part is I did not have us, on view, so it would have been great if it had been, because I hold off on showing us until, but
I was just
because that's one of my favorite movies. I love the Disney movies. I've seen that one so many times, and it just ruined it for me. So
I'm glad I could destroy something dear.
You always destroy stuff, and that just hurts. It hurts.
Dear the Beard, destroyer of treasured memories.
Wow. It was just the fact that me and you both tilted our head and looked at the screen. We both locked eyes. It was just like, huh?
Well, I mean, that really came out of left field. It kind of just smacked me so hard.
Bitch slap. Oh snap. Punk motherfucker ain't worth a cat.
And I just didn't. It was kind of one of those like, wait, what? Did he, what?
Don't worry, I got a sound clip I'm going to throw in there on the audio version of this. It's just going to match that beautifully for you. Anyways, so let's dig in with.
Oh my gosh!
Video games.
What are those?
So Eddie, the hell have you been playing? Because
All right.
I've been playing stuff, but what have you been playing stuff?
I have been playing. Well, going we haven't did much on Xbox One because I've been playing PS4 and Switch. Because I know they got a 360 sale going on for some games, and I kind of want to pick something up. But shoot, Fable, the anniversary is still $20. I'm like, this is not on sale, so I think I'm gonna wait for that. Because I never got the chance to beat Fable, and I want to. Before I look into Fable 2 and Fable 3. And I don't know why EA still haven't put Army of 2 the 40th day, like their second game. I want that to come on backwards compatibility for Xbox, because that game was fun. And I think I'm just going to already jump in. I'm going to get Spec Ops The Line. I got to restart that from the beginning, because I had it on PS3, but I never got a chance to beat it. So why it's only $6 on Xbox, I'll get that. But like really haven't played anything on one. But I will like talk about that next week. But for PS4, beat Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, and also beat the first DLC, which is like the assassination of Claptrap, or that ninja thing, whatever it was. And it was kind of cool. It was fine. It was a little bit confusing, and that's always been a problem with the Borderlands games. It's like they'll put a point on the map, and you go there, and what you're supposed to do is not even around. So they like haven't fixed that. Hopefully they fix it in Borderlands 3. Like if you get to where they want you to be at, hopefully your objective is able to be seen, so you go ahead and complete it, so you can move on. But I got a more DLC to play on that if I want to get to level 50. But for the main game, I finished that. Also played one of the games that I bought a couple months ago called Line Light, Line. I'm going to say this: I hope this game do come to Switch. Larry, I think you should look it up and listen to the music. It's a banging soundtrack. It's really nice. And what it is like you kind of control this line. Think of the what are those things that you shake after you draw the line with the knobs?
Oh, you mean an Etch-a-Sketch?
Etch-a-Sketch. It has that kind of idea of it, but everything is already planned out for you, so you just got to figure out how to get through that section and stuff. And they got a nice, like, really composure with this music and stuff, and it's kind of like very chill. You got a nice house beat to it, and then when you see these little red lines coming, jumping around and stuff, they add like a drum beat, drum pattern to it, and it sounds really, really good. I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this game, and I think it's like only about $4 or $5. I think it's on their digital sale also that they got going on PS4. But I played a little bit of that, and I'm like, this is really good, and I think, Larry, you will really enjoy it. I don't know if it's on any other console. It might be on Steam or PC or anything, but I'm like, just go to YouTube and at least try to check out the music. And if it interests you, I'm like, you might think it's cool to pick up. If it does come to Switch, I think I'm gonna double dip and buy it, because I want to hear that soundtrack in my headphones and stuff. So now that I kind of done with Borderlands, I've been thinking of jumping back into Tomb Raider. Because I want to do all 3 games this summer, like playing back to back. And I'll probably do all of that on Xbox One because I got all the games there. But for PlayStation, I'm thinking of hopping also back into Ni no Kuni 2 and hopping back into Detroit Days. Detroit Become Human. I need to finish that game because I'm halfway through it. For Switch, played Phoenix Wright, the trilogy. I'm still on the last one. When they got 2 more cases to do, and then I'm finished with that game. Picked up a game called Coffee Crisis. It's like a 16-bit beat 'em up game, and it has a little bit of RPG elements to it and stuff. But it's kind of weird, like you're fighting people with coffee beans and stuff. It's like a 2-player game. Like, this game is very weird, but it was like $1.59 or something on Nintendo eShop, because I know they got like 90% off of game, up to 90% off of games on the eShop. So I looked into that game. I'm just like,
There's
it's
some good
cheap.
stuff on sale on eShop right now.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it is. By the time you guys hear this, it ends. But I'm like, for 100, I'm like, 130 games on sale. I'm like, that's really, really good.
Well, the thing is too is that they rotate through. So there's a bunch that are on sale, and every week they add a few new ones and they drop the oldest ones off. So it doesn't full cycle every week. So
Yeah.
the games that are on sale stay on sale for several weeks.
Yeah. I think that's why I like every Thursday I look at the great deals, so I can see what is like kind of on sale and what's not. And there's still just some interesting games. Like, there's some 8-bit looking games that I really want to get, but I don't know why I haven't jumped in to get them stuff. I think I'm just waiting to do more purchasing on the eShop for games, like the $20 ones, or like I haven't really bought like a full retail game that I could go to the store and buy. Well,
Yeah,
besides,
I'm
probably
not
besides
buying
the-
any of those on the eShop. Thank you.
yeah, like if the game is physical, I'll go get, like, besides like Phoenix Wright, I can't buy that physically, so I buy it digitally because that's the only way that Capcom are releasing a lot of their games. Because I really want that on the Mushu. I want that physical, but they're not doing the physical for that. So
Bastion's on sale on Switch for like half off right now, and I'm still holding off because I know in my gut LRG is gonna fucking do it because they did it for PSP and PS4.
But see, and that's the thing about it. I'm like, I don't know when I should jump on it.
Don't get me wrong, for like $750, I am almost okay with like double dipping on Bastion.
See, I have, like I said, I have Bastion on PS4, but if they do physical for Switch, like if Limited Run announced that for E3 and they give us a date, then I'll buy it. I have no problem spending $25 or $40 for Bastion to have that physical. Like I'll do that, but it's just like I'm holding off because I have it on PlayStation 4, and it's just like
I know.
yeah.
I'm slowly apparently just going to start regaining all of my awesome Xbox Live Arcade library on my Switch between,
Pretty much.
You've got fucking Limbo, and then Castle Crashers is coming, and
That's the one I'm waiting for, is Castle Crashers.
oh, I know, dude, literally just like a night or two ago, Christine was down here and I was fiddling around on the Xbox. She goes, I want Castle Crashers on Switch. I'm like, well, it's coming, but you're going to have to fucking wait, so deal with it.
But is Limited Run is doing it, right? Or
No announcement on physical yet. Just that it's coming to Switch.
okay, because it's Xbox 360 sale. It's part of that.
Really?
Yeah, it's part of the 360 sale on Xbox One. But I'm just like, it's the HD remaster for Castle or the Castle Crashers remaster. I don't know why it needs to be remastered. I'm like, it's a beautiful game already.
Oh, it is. Don't get me wrong. There are some resolution touch-ups, but
Yeah.
now that
And
being said, for something like Shadow Complex, there's a bigger noticeable difference because it's not so stylized.
Yeah. See, and that's why I feel like that Castle Crashers and Alien Hominid, if that came as a 2-pack on a cart, or even as a download pack for Switch, I would be so set for it, because I'm just like, there's something about, and Kathleen, I'll turn it over to you real quick. There's something about Castle Crashers and Alien Hominid that makes so much sense with Cuphead, and I don't know. I think it's because of the artwork with each of them, and there's something about their difficulty in each game. Like, it just hooks you, and you want to keep trying again and again. Like, you really don't want to give up on their games. So, yeah, I could see a 2-pack, but yeah, if Limited Run does it or something, I would be cool. I wonder would they ever publish it? Like, or they need to charge $40 or $50 for it. For
You know,
Castle Crashers.
here's what I want from Limited Run when it comes to Castle Crashers. If it happens,
Mhm.
and I'm not holding my breath, that's a 50-50. Like, Bastion is almost guaranteed LRG is going to do it. Castle Crashers is 50-50. But if they do Crashers, here's what needs to happen. They need to do a double pack. It needs to be Crashers and Alien Hominid together in a single double pack behemoth steelbook case with art book and soundtrack.
I actually was gonna go further than that. For $100, have that steelbook and stuff, but then give you a Castle Crashers like statue of all 4 colors. An art book for each game, like bring the history, cause if the cave story one was good. I think you showed us the cave story one, Larry.
Yep. That was bonus round a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that cave story one was really nice, and I think people would pay $100 for that. I probably would, but I got $100 already on the Fire Emblem Three Houses collection, so
it still has no date.
July.
Is it?
Yep, July 27th. I think it comes after Ultimate Alliance.
I really hope they spend no time on that on E3. It's coming up too soon, and there's been enough. Just put it out and save E3 for new stuff.
Well, they said it's off stuff for 2019, so
I know, which means they're gonna fucking waste time on it.
Actually, I don't think so. Well, they'll probably do a little thing about it, but I really don't know. I think Pokemon might be the big game that they do in the final reveal, like spend time on.
Right. I think we're gonna get a date for Pokemon in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I still think now, and I'm kind of agreeing with everybody now, that the Metroid Prime trilogy should happen. And I really think that December is a good time for it. And the only reason why I say that is because of there's just so many games planned for this fall. Well, for the summer and for this fall, we don't really have anything for winter after Pokemon. I think trilogy in December not only is a great birthday gift, Christmas gift, Kwanzaa gift,
it's a good winter
Hanukkah gift.
Set.
Yeah,
it's a good hide in the house while it's cold. Enjoy the long nights in the dark and play the shit out of it.
Yeah, just I say Pro Controller. Of course, you got the motion controls with the Joy-Cons, but give that GameCube support. I mean, just don't keep it for Smash. Give that GameCube support if they're gonna do it. Soundtrack, maybe see if Amiibo stuff could happen. Like,
right.
I would throw.
That'd be a good way to make up. That'd be a good way to actually fix the friend voucher thing with Corruption and Trilogy. Actually, would be to roll it in with Amiibos instead.
Yeah,
I could actually get behind that.
Dude, what if they just like place any Metro Amiibo on your Switch and unlock?
There's only 5.
Well, yeah.
There'll be 6 by the time things are said and done, unless they release something else to go with Trilogy.
They probably will. Like, I would put use the Amiibo and unlock Zero Mission and Fusion. Because wasn't there the original Metroid?
You know what? I'm gonna table this for News Desk.
Okay, but everybody
I've got thoughts on this. But back to oh my god, bitch games.
But everybody, that's what I've been playing. I'm sorry, Kathleen, again on that tangent. But yeah, everybody, that's what I've been playing. Oh, I'm sorry, I did play Rage 2 on Xbox One. I'm sorry, everybody. I tried that for a little bit. I put it on hold because I got that and Sekiro on hold. Because I do want to jump back, like I said, jump back into Monster Hunter World. But like, there's just some games and stuff that I want to get through on my PS4 before I go back to my Xbox and Switch. Because I've been having I got to get some of these PS4 games done, and then I'll be hopping back onto my One and Switch for it. But Rage 2 is fun. Rage 2 is really good. I am enjoying that for anybody who want to know. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
And Kathy, what have you been playing?
Well, we've had some issues with our internet that kind of came to a head this past week. So a lot of the games I couldn't play that I like to play because things were going all crazy.
So you mean you had to play some single player stuff that had good story?
Now I just lost my train of thought. Thanks, Larry. Yes.
You know, I'm telling you, just the other day at work, told one of my coworkers who's had some issues with, like, literally blacking out. I told her, I said, I found your spirit animal. There's a group chat going for a few of us at work. And I sent it into the group chat. I sent a little gif of a fainting goat. I said, it's your spirit animal. It eats trash and blacks out randomly. She goes, it's not wrong. And then she looks at me and goes, what's your spirit animal? And I thought for a second, I just went, Amtrak.
Wow.
She's a little whippersnapper, too. Like, she's a little Gen Z baby. She's like, why do you say things that I don't know what they are? What's an Amtrak? I've never heard of that animal. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. Those words came out of her mouth. It was hilarious.
Is this the one who didn't know about what 710 was?
Maybe. I don't remember anymore.
God.
I actually run a Twitter that's just screenshots of the ridiculous stuff that comes out of her mouth sometimes. It's kind of awesome.
Oh, my God. Well, now that just really threw me because... No, you have to understand, I worked out of college. For those who are listening, I worked out of college, and I really started to show my age because people just had no idea some of the stuff, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, God, I'm getting old. Man, this Gen Z crowd. But anyhow, back to what have I been playing? Well, a lot of the stuff I want to play would cut out when I was playing it. So I did play a little bit of Fortnite. Finally got my first Season 9 win. And
Congrats.
finally, it was in a... I got carried. Let's just put it this way. It was in squads. I got carried. My ass was carried. I mean, and literally, if you watch, I have it highlighted on my channel. If you watch, I got rezzed so many times that I'm very lucky I even won. But, let's see.
You got rezzed so many times, it was infinite.
So, I did play as much as I could Tetris 99. This weekend they
Nice.
had a special going on, one limited time where you could get the if you earned so many points, you'd end up with the Game Boy theme. So you got to play old school Game Boy.
Yeah.
Had the music, had the sound effect. It was fun. It was like, oh my gosh! It even felt slow as hell, even though it's a pretty fast-paced game when on the regular theme. But it just
Right.
felt like it just felt
Sluggish.
weird. Except with my internet cutting out, I'd lose games and I'd be like, fuck this shit.
That just
I
gave me an idea.
Let's see. I picked up the next Penelope, and I started playing that.
What did you think?
It is a fun game,
Isn't that
and
fucking cool?
it's a neat little game, and so worth the for the cost. It's a nice little pickup. The only problem is I realized our Joy-Cons might be going bad because,
Drifting?
huh?
Are they drifting?
They're drifting, and they're
Yeah.
drifting pretty bad, and it's only occasionally. And so I was having a hard time. I was going through the Minotaur stage, and I
yeah.
couldn't change lanes. That's how I
Ooh.
noticed.
Oh no.
So I'm like, crap, there goes our Joy-Cons. But it doesn't surprise me because my kids like to pound the buttons and really. Let's see. I showed my son, what was the game? The Void Space Racing.
Yeah.
He picked up on the controls like no other. I mean, he's already won like 3 races.
I still haven't won
Nice.
one.
I'm like, he figured it out. I'm like, yep, this is meant for the kids. I knew the kids would figure
Right.
it out.
That's fucking cool for 50 cents, though.
It is a great, again, it's just the controls are I
Weird.
Think, again, my with my as I'm aging, I just don't. It takes me a little longer to figure out the mechanics. Just a
No,
little
those
bit.
controls are fucking weird.
But he picked up on it, and he's just like he's trying to tell me how to do it, and I'm like, no, not happening. But other than that, I did start playing some more of my mobile games. I played some Plants vs Zombies again. I forgot how much fun that game would be.
Nice.
Wait, are you playing like Plants vs Zombies, or are you playing Garden Warfare?
Plants vs Zombies, like the original, like.
Okay. Yeah,
I got it on the iPad.
Awesome. And why is that not on my Switch too?
I'm playing it on my iPad, so. And then I picked up a game I used to play years ago, but I decided to come back to it, Clash of Clans.
I missed that game.
I started playing that one again. I don't know why, but
I remember it's a very popular game. I don't know if it's still popular though.
I think it is, but it isn't. You know, it's kind of one of those that's been overtaken by other stuff, but people still play it. So it get new mechanics. I'm trying to figure it all out. Let's see what else. Not much else. I mean, really, just haven't had. Like I said, our internet has just cut in and out so bad. I couldn't stream because I couldn't run like Fortnite and streaming at the same time. I'm lucky I got to play The Witness and stream that on Monday because
but we had a great stream of that though.
That was fun. Dylan came and joined us. If you didn't check it out, he helped with a lot of the puzzles, and then I really tore through that treehouse. I went back and I looked.
Ripped that up.
I was looking at that. I'm like, holy shit! I got those puzzles faster than any of the other ones.
Yep.
So.
I say you're almost the end of the treehouse. You've almost got another laser down.
So, yeah.
And I think between the treehouse and the quarry, because you dabbled in the quarry, you should finish the quarry though. But I think between the treehouse and the quarry, I think you may actually know everything you need to do the town.
Okay. Well, we can check it out at some point. But I am definitely getting anxious to get that done because I keep looking at BioShock and I just want to play it so bad. I know a little bit about it, but I just want to actually experience it.
I'm almost thinking.
What is your plan of doing it? Are you doing BioShock 2 first, or you just playing it the way they were released?
The way they were.
I would do 1, 2, and
okay.
Infinite. But I was gonna say, Kathy, I think we talked about running something short just in between. That's maybe like just a one or Shadow Complex is a good one for that. It's really no longer than like Super Metroid. It's almost like a carbon copy of Super Metroid, just rearranged a little bit. Plans are that we can knock out in like 1 to 2 streams.
You really have good faith in my gaming ability.
I do.
But yeah, I did pick that up because it is on sale on the Epic Store, which Epic has a great sale going on. If you have not checked out Epic Store, they had a lot of their games at 75% off.
Hades is up there for $10.
Yeah. If you didn't pick up Hades. Oh my god! And they're always updating it, and that's a fun game just to kind of like pick up and play for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what their next sale like this, because from all the controversy that happened with it, I wonder if they'll be better prepared next time they do it.
I didn't hear about any of the controversy. We'll have to talk about that because I did not hear anything.
Okay, yeah.
We'll save that for later, yeah, because I heard nothing.
I gotta find out which game it was. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, just lots of games that I still on my to-do list to play. I think I got more games than I have time. But now that my internet's back, we'll be getting into some of the games. I'm looking forward to it.
I really wish you had a PS4.
Why?
Because I really wish you could play The Last Guardian. I know it's not your cup of tea, but I think like if you go in just for the story and for kind of its thing, I think you probably appreciate what the game is. It might be frustrating at times, but I'm just like, I still think to this very day, and this is just me, I still think it's PlayStation's best first party game for PlayStation 4. Not ever. That goes to some other stuff, but I think like for this generation, for the PlayStation 4, I think The Last Guardian is just like number one. and that says a lot. So, but that's me.
Yeah.
That's why I was just like, oh, even if she didn't have internet, just to pop that in and just play that and just like, cause, yeah, I'm sorry, Larry.
No, it's okay. we actually also restarted a playthrough of Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that needs to come to Switch. I still need to beat that game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually haven't finished Skyward Sword myself.
I think it's got one of the best.
It's somewhere on my list of shame.
It's
I will
alright.
totally own that. I'll own up to that one. So
I just thought the story for that one was really well done, and I think it's got one of the best endings out of all the Zelda games.
I liked what I played of the story too. I just literally haven't finished it ever. I've restarted it a couple times.
I think though it does get repetitive, and I think that's part of the problem is that. But I just wanted to finish it because that's how much of a Zelda freak I am. It's like I have to. Plus, it was a great time to teach my kids how to read. They were like in preschool when it came out.
I can see that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would. Well, I started it with Twilight Princess. My daughter was born when Twilight Princess came out, and so I would actually read it to her, the story, the words, while she was hanging out with me. So she'd be playing, and I'd read it. So she got to. That's how she fell in love with Zelda.
It's
And
so
now she's
weird.
a Zelda nut. So
It's so weird. Wind Waker has my best boss, and Twilight Princess has my best dungeon.
what's your best? What's the best boss?
It's all the ghosts that comes into a pig.
Oh, the Poe, yeah.
Yeah, and when you roll it in and all and all of that, it's just fighting him and stuff.
He's fun.
Yeah, and then the best one, my dungeon is it's the desert dungeon where you get the Dreidel of Death. That because it's almost like a roller coaster at some parts.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it, and I just like how going against that boss too was just so cool. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, this is why I love the Zelda series, because it makes you think in every game, and it's just like, how are these guys this creative? That's why I always feel like you can't do a Zelda maker, because Nintendo got it on lock, and there would never be any dungeon or design that could beat that. That's just me.
I don't know. You say that, but
the Zelda games have just been. I again played them from the beginning. I remember the frustration of trying to do the original Zelda, the agony of having Zelda 2, and just like, what the fuck is this? Which I've come to appreciate now as I've gotten older. But then Zelda,
it's a remake.
but then Zelda 3, and because I was a preteen when that came out, so I remember that one, and I remember that's, like I said, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. That really was just kind of like, okay, Zelda's pretty cool. I mean, heck, I even recorded off the TV using a cassette tape player. I recorded the music for the ending off of the TV just so that I could go in our backyard and roller skate to it.
I actually did that as a kid with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles soundtrack and Rocket Knight Adventures on the Sega Genesis. I did that because I liked the music with those games.
And they didn't have CDs or tapes back then of those songs, or of the gaming soundtrack. So it's like, now you can get all of them. It's like, yeah, where was this when I was a kid?
And see, that's the thing that I kind of had the Genesis over the Super Nintendo in that one area, because the Genesis had the headphone jack that you could plug in to listen to it. I'm like, what did Super Nintendo have this?
We would do the sound test for Street Fighter 2. The Turbo. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we would. I mean, and also Mortal Kombat. I remember my brother and I would play fight with our like He-Man and She-Ra, and we'd have this because the TV was in his room, and we would just have the soundtrack to Street Fighter 2 Turbo in the background. I was a nerd. I will admit it. We were this.
Kathleen, my heart is like super happy.
That
right
nerd.
Are you sure you're married?
What?
I said, are you sure you're married?
I may be, but I'm always open.
Yes. Yes. I know what you're talking about. I know what you are talking about. I relate to all of that. Sorry, sorry, everybody. That just made me so happy because I'm like, whatever she did, I did the same thing as a kid too. That's how I was. Man, that's how I was into games, like back as a kid. Larry, I'm sorry. Back to you.
Oh, you're all right. You're quite all right. I'm sitting here just listening, and I just polished off High Peak Castle with this insane death orb because it's awesome. The fuck have I been playing? Oh, that's why I actually picked this up in the first place, because I was looking at what I've been playing. So I busted out, I dug into one of the little indie games on my Switch that I actually haven't played yet while I was waiting for other games to download that I just purchased. I have a problem, somebody help me. But I started playing Semi-Spheres, and I really like it. It's pretty simplistic if you are coordinated.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a. I don't want to call it a puzzle game because I think that's too generous. But you remember that game? What was it? Brothers, where like each of the analog sticks controls one of the two brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, except each analog stick controls a dot. Like there's a blue dot and an orange dot, and when you start a level, it starts, one big scene or one big screen, and then it splits in half, and like each one is is almost identical, but they're slightly different, and you start getting into learning how you can interact from one screen to the other, sort of, in order to figure out how to get your both dots, to the finish point for each of their respective screens. It's not overly complicated, but it's fun, and if you have coordination issues, you're going to feel fucking stupid.
What's the name of the game again?
Semi-Spheres.
Okay.
So, and I believe it's fairly inexpensive. It might even be on sale again at the moment. But yeah, no, it's a neat little coordination test, I guess might be the best thing to call it. But what else did I
Good
play?
for us old people.
Right.
Sorry, I have a birthday coming up and I'm just having age complex issues right now.
Wow.
Because you're gonna be old.
I'm hitting a big birthday and I don't wanna.
That's
You're
all right.
fine.
Years ago, when I lived with a buddy of mine, he has a couple of kids, and he was turning 30 at the time, and his kids go, "Hey, Dad, you're 30. That's half of 60. That's half of 120. He goes, "You're grounded for a month. That's half of 2 months. That's half
Man.
of 4 months."
Wow.
I wish I was turning 30. Damn.
So
That's bad.
every
The
year
buff-
on his birthday, I
Afro.
repeat that joke with the appropriate math. Fucking drives him nuts.
How do you
was it
have
that-
any friends?
Wasn't that long ago, I got to crack at him like, "Hey, you're 35. That's half of 70. That's half of 140. Fuck you, Larry."
I asked him, how does he have any friends still?
So yeah, that was a thing. But in any case,
What else are you playing?
yeah. What else did I play? So I piddled with Lumines a little bit because my physical copy came in, and it's
Mhm.
pretty. I'm not gonna lie, the trading card was actually prettier than the cover art that was in the box.
Ooh.
Well, and here's why. It's literally one thing. It's because the trading card is foil stamped,
Ah, gotcha.
and the cover art was not. That cover art should have been foil stamped. Holy fuck, it had been lit. Oh! But that trading card is so sick, and I just want that cover art foil stamp. Like, I will pay them another $5 to have them do a, like if they do a run of just that cover art alternate foil stamp, I'll pay another $5 for that. It'd look that good.
Could they sell it like that?
They could. I mean, they're selling like the alternate covers for the Best Buy releases from LRG, because they've got some of their games are getting limited stockings at Best Buy, and the ones going to Best Buy have different art covers than the ones being sold direct from the website.
Ooh, okay.
So, something to watch out for. But if you bought the website one, you can pay, I think they're selling the alternate covers for like $1. So if you want both versions, it's only an extra $1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really not bad. In any case, and then the one that I'm actually really super excited to talk about, I was also playing with some Dead Cells quite adamantly this past week, including just up to a few minutes ago, because the new Rise of the Giant DLC literally just hit my Switch a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super pumped to get into that, but I'm in the middle of a run that I have to finish first, and I'm not going to just trash the run to play with the new DLC. Not when I'm that close to the end. I literally just walked into the throne room. But in any case, so...
Man, I can't play that yet. Oh, I've been wanting to.
Stick with me afterwards. I'll work with you and see if we can get it fixed.
I hope so.
So, anyways, but yeah, I'm having a baller run that I'm about to wrap up and just smash the Hand of the King with this fucking Death Warp thing. It's just fucking brutal. It's so great. Anyways, but the other one that I'm super excited to talk about is I picked up one that I threw on my wish list on eShop a couple weeks ago, and it was on sale, and I'm like, you know what? It's like $6. I'll take the dive on that. It's called Mind, Path to Thalamus, and I'm part way through. It says there's 2 separate endings, but I haven't figured out where or what the trigger is for either or.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I haven't come across anything unless it's the beginning, because there's a branching path at the beginning. Like, you can take a left turn or a right turn, and I took the right turn. I don't know if I just missed a simple thing, or if it's a full, like, nope, this is what's going to dictate your ending right from the beginning. And you have no idea, no clue. I have no idea yet. I'll figure it out eventually. But, in any case, so, Eddie, this is where I think it's going to get your fucking attention here. Mind Path to Thalamus is kind of like if somebody folded up Rhyme, Witness, and Shape of the World into one game.
That's intriguing.
And I can tell you where each piece of that comes from.
Please do.
Okay, so it's got some of the thematic elements of Rhyme.
Yes.
It's not a one-to-one analogy for the story that Rhyme is telling, but it has some similar themes. From The Witness, it is a puzzle game, but the puzzle elements are light. It's not brain-bending logic puzzles. It's more just kind of playing with elements and some minor switches, and it's not going to break your brain. I will say, though, I ran into a set of puzzles on one stage, and I literally, for a couple minutes, I thought I had like a glitched game, that it was fucking broken. And then when I saw the answer, I went, son of a bitch, that it was fucking clever. The solution is in plain sight, but it is unbelievably subtle. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Ah, okay.
So it's got puzzle elements to it. It lists as a first-person puzzle platform, and the elements from Shape of the World is that the game has a very surrealist element to it in terms of visual design. Visually, it's actually really pretty. Like, it's way prettier than a $6 game deserves to be. It's built off of Unreal Engine, and I've got some screenshots I'll send you guys later because it's.
Yeah, I'm about to ask what's the art style? Is it like the gardens between? Is it like cell shaded? Is it cell shaded like Ryan?
No. I mean, it's Unreal Engine, and it's made to have kind of like actually respectable graphics. Like, it's not bleeding edge, but it looks pretty good.
Something like Portal 2, the Portal game, so close to that, in a sense.
Maybe. Visually it's different, but I mean, in terms of Portal 2 might be the closest because Portal 2 you at least get some of the nature elements, and it's got a heavy nature theme in there.
Yeah, it has like a 3D look, but it's a clean shine to it.
I'm telling you, you should just get on the eShop and watch the video for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the game on the eShop. Is it on?
It's on sale. It's under great deals.
It's under great deals. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking under the recent releases.
Yeah, it's not recent. Just search the word mind, M-I-N-D. But in any case, but yeah, it's got this really cool surrealist elements to it that just jump out at me. I'm like, that strikes my fancy in all the fucking right ways. And for $6, I'm happy with it. Absolutely. I mean, if I had paid $15, I still would probably be okay with it. At $20, I think would be too much. But at the $6 I got it on sale for, fuck yeah. I'm actually thoroughly impressed.
Cool.
It scratches all the right itches for me. It's puzzly, but not like mind-meltingly. I had a few points where I'm kind of like, I felt like I was getting turned around and lost a little bit, but it only lasted like 5-10 minutes max, and then I figured out where the fuck I was going. So it knows how to keep you. It knows when to fucking not be annoying. Like how long it can drag something on before you would just say, fuck this, I quit. And it stops before it hits that point. Nothing will ever get you so frustrated that you will say, fuck this, I quit. And there's a real fucking art to that when it comes to game design.
Okay,
so to be able to challenge, but not frustrate beyond point of no return. Now you see what I'm talking about, Eddie?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Like you said, does that not look pretty for a $6 game?
It looks really good.
Yeah. Like somebody put some legit effort into this.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty impressed.
Shout out to the art team who made this game.
Right, no shit. So, but yeah, that's what's shaking in my little corner of the world. I'm thinking tomorrow I might actually. Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow I may actually pick up my 3DS. I still need to get my 32 gig SD card from my buddy, but in any case, I think I might pick up my 3DS, fiddle with Samus Returns a little bit because it's been a while and I really want to. So yeah, that's probably on my to-do list for a little bit tomorrow. Other than that, I'm probably going to be playing more Dead Cells in the morning because I want to fuck with Rise of the Giant. I want to see all the new stuff and the new boss.
Dude, I'm just waiting for the.
So hype!
I'm waiting for the eShop tomorrow. By the time we're doing this recording, I think there's some new arcade archives that's coming out, and there's a shooter on there. I think it's hitting PlayStation 4 and Switch, and if it hits Switch, I'm gonna get it there, and I'm excited. I'm like, I've never heard of this. I've seen it, and I'm like, I want this game so bad.
Oh, speaking of upcoming releases, by the way, there is one on the coming soon list on the Switch eShop that's caught my attention since you mentioned stylized stuff. Called We the People. Check out the preview for that. That looks fucking cool.
I think
it's all about the French Revolution. Oh, it looks awesome.
Then they announced that a couple of months ago.
I don't know, but it looks cool as shit, and I want it. So that's a thing. And so for anybody listening, you should check out the preview for We the People. But in any case, that's what I've been playing, and I think we'll wrap this section here, and then we'll be back in. You want to call it 10 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll call it 10 minutes. We'll be back. We'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and we're gonna have bonus round. And guess what? It's not me this week. Kathy's running bonus round.
Yay!
The fuck tune right after break. And welcome back. This is the bonus round. This is the middle part of the show where we do something weird, and this is like retarded, nerdy show and tell section. I've been running it for the last couple of weeks, but Kathy's got something good she wants to fucking share this week. So, Kathy,
Yes.
what you got, motherfucker?
So that kind of hurt, but
Not as much as it hurt your mom.
my mom out of it. She's a sweet lady. She'd also kick your ass if she could. All right, so I live in the great state of Missouri, and this is not a video game conference, but I'm going to totally geek out because in addition to playing video games, I really love playing board games and card games, like everything from Monopoly and Sorry to Settlers of Catan, Risk, you name it, obscure ones. I just love board games. Yeah. Well, down here near St. Louis, they have a conference every year, a board gaming conference called Geekway to the West. And
nice, I love that.
It was this past week, and now I didn't get to go. My husband went, so unfortunately, I did not get to partake, but I got to hear all about it, and we actually have a couple of games that I wanted to highlight because, kind of talk about the conference and what we got from the conference real quick. Mm-hmm. So, for those who don't know, Geekway to the West, like I said, is a board gaming conference where all you do is all board games, 24 hours a day, starting on Thursday, went to Sunday. And they do a whole bunch of stuff like they give away games, they give away prizes. In fact, my husband put in for a door prize for a 3D board game version of Settlers of Catan, like had 3D landscape. He did not win it, unfortunately.
I've seen that. I want it.
I was so hoping he would have won that because that would have been my show and tell, but unfortunately he did not. But because I knew you would like that. But no, so
they actually
do.
Be introducing a coworker to Settlers tomorrow.
Ooh.
I know I'm teaching her Carcassonne at least.
Okay, because I love that game and I'm still learning how to play it without having to ask for help. But anyhow, but they do a whole bunch of different events, and one of their big things is they have a huge library of games that you can check out, play, and then check in. And they have what's called a play and win section. So if you check out a game, you automatically get entered in to the raffle to potentially take that game home for free. So,
nice.
But they also did a giveaway, and they also do a contest where people can submit their game designs, and if they win, they can actually do a contract with Indie Board and Games, the company, and have their game mass produced and given out as a free gift at the Gaming Con 2 years from now. So my husband was there and picked up. I gotta switch back. Hold on one second. Picked up. It's called Among Thieves, and it's basically cardboard game where you go on heists and you try to collect money, and it's all about being deceptive and trying to get the most money and win. End up with the most coin, trying to go backstab people. It's just different ways to play based on the cards you have, based on the type of character you want to play. But yeah, this one won 2 years ago. It was voted on by the convention attendees, and so everybody got this game for free. So a huge shout out to Lloyd Pratt.
Can I say I love that box art?
I know, isn't it pretty?
Oh, that character design is nice. I love that.
So you're actually trying to do heists against 3 different corporations, and you've got for each turn, everybody takes a turn as the heist master, and they determine what you're going to do and what you're going to take, and then you as the characters decide, are you going to be honorable, or are you going to be dishonorable? And you get points depending on how many people are honorable, how many are dishonorable. There's so much to it, but the card art and just the game is so pretty. So, but yeah, it's by the same company that made what was the name of that game we were talking about, Larry, that you have, the card game?
Oh, Coup?
Coup, yeah. So it's the same company who made this. So they're the ones who actually help run the conference and promote a lot of the games. So
Nice.
then my husband actually played a game and won one, and it is called Downforce. Now this game company is called Restoration Games, and this game has been actually out for years. I think it's like a 40-year-old game, but they just remastered it and renamed it to Downforce. And basically, it's just like a racetrack. And you go around and you use cards, and you have cars, and you're trying to race around and come in different places. And it's really simple, lots of fun. There's 2 boards, one that's more of a straight track and one that's a little bit more winding. And based on how you play, determines your placings. And this game also has come out under the name of Top Race, Daytona 500, Cleveland Grand Prix. But yeah, they brought it back out again under the name Downforce. In fact, my husband and his friends all wanted a copy. Unfortunately, this was the only copy given out at the game, so we're the lucky owners of it. But yeah, he also got to try. So who remembers Fireball Island? You remember that board game?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, you got to go check out. Okay, so you know the Angry Video Game Nerd. I'm gonna give him a plug. He does board games. Go check out. He does Fireball Island as one of the games. Well, they actually have a new version of Fireball Island that my husband got to play. So people just bring all, if you go to geekwaytothewest.com, you can actually see the library of all the games that were available to play. There was like 1,800 games that people could check out and play. It also shows the ratings of what people thought, how many times the game was checked out, how many people played it. So you get a chance to kind of see what all these games were available. But yeah, it's a nice gaming conference. It ran from Thursday to Sunday. The venue was open 24/7, so you can just play games. They do a whole bunch of other fun events. But it's definitely, if you are in the Midwest, it's pretty affordable. My husband's passed $60 for the entire weekend.
Oh, that's not bad. That's really good.
So, if you really like board games, this is a great chance to just come down and spend the days, just your days playing tons of board games. Chance to win some prizes, and meet some other game boarding enthusiasts. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show. Some new games, like give a shout out to the one that won 2 years ago. And for anybody who's interested in board games.
Yeah, I have family in St. Louis. And I like coming to see the Ark. So I might have to make a trip down there.
I think it's in June next year. Hold on one second. I think next year's conference is June 11th through the 14th. And it's in St. Charles, Missouri. So yeah. Nice. And they do other like a mini one and a little micro one, but the Geekway to the West. Geekway to the West, that's the big main one. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to show, because I love board games. Board games love me.
Oh.
We definitely like games in our family.
If you're coming up for the graduation party in a couple weeks, we're definitely busting out board games.
Yes. I love board games. I
have a compunction to play some Alhambra. It hasn't been played in this house in years.
I don't think I've ever played that one, so you'll have to...
I've never heard of it.
We've been sitting on a copy for quite some time, and it's barely gotten played. So I'll have to totally refresh myself on all the rules and shit. But I've played,
but that's half the fun.
It before, and I knew that I liked it, and that's why we bought it.
That's nice. Half the fun is learning how to play the game. we, was it, I don't participate because usually I'm streaming, but my husband will do gaming nights, and they have Legendary, which is the Marvel Universe game set. It's like a card game type.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but they've been going through learning how to play it, and just with the expansion packs and everything. Oh my gosh, all I hear is them yelling at each other and going over what are these the rules? No, those were the rules for the other version of the game. Oh jeez.
Well, shit.
Like
Eddie
I can
got
hear
to
you guys.
Eddie got to experience Pandemic when he was here last
Oh,
time.
that game was amazing. Did we play it twice?
Yeah, you were in on 2 rounds, I think.
Yeah, because we played it that Saturday night, and then we played it that Sunday night. I mean that Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
And Pandemic is that it was the expansion, right?
We were playing the We were playing the legacy version.
The legacy version. Okay, yeah. That still waiting for that game to come to Switch, and I
know. And
I
that's
think
the
I want
sad
that
thing is that it's not going to be the legacy version that comes to Switch. It's just going to be the base game. But even still, to be able to have it on Switch just to piddle around with would be, it's going to make my fucking day. In the meantime, also the other one that we played, Carcassonne, that is on Switch already.
Yes,
the tile
that
one
is. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's already on Switch. So there's a good one for you to pick up.
And the one from Harmonix was fun too. That was a
Drop
blast.
Mix, hell yeah!
Oh.
Drop Mix is fantastic.
And is
That's
it
another cool one,
crazy
though.
that I could see that as a PC/console game too?
Mhm.
Like,
I've heard so many good things about that. Never played it.
When you come up, we'll bust it out.
Okay.
You get so much bang for your buck with Drop Mix as well, because when it first came out, you got 2 games in one. Now it's 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So, but that was it. That's what I had for bonus round. I just wanted to show off some new board games
Yeah.
and talk about the conference, which I sadly didn't get to go to this year, but I'm hoping to make it next year.
you will.
So.
No, I'd love to go, but again, we don't ever get that shit around here. Though to be fair, we do get Gen Con, but that's indie, and that's less my scene.
No.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
You need to come. You need to just make a trip down by me.
It
for
may
that.
happen next year. We'll see where things are at.
I'm hoping they have the pinball convention here.
That
Uh,
reminds
That'd
me,
be
I
awesome.
gotta take you over to the wall of pinball.
The wall,
We gotta-
pinball.
We gotta make that happen.
Yeah, I love.
Aw.
I didn't play pinball as a kid, but I always respected pinball. Like I always considered it as part of my gaming and stuff. And then
Those
every
were fun. Dang. I had it on video games. I had the original. I even have a little mini Star Wars pinball game that my son has.
and that's why I sometimes make fun of Sonic pinball, but I love Devil's Crush on TurboGrafx 16.
Pinball was awesome, dude.
It's you can't mix you can't mix Sonic and pinball together.
Yes,
But
you
Jake
can.
control-
can.
If you can mix Mario and kart racing, you can mix Sonic and pinball. Sonic makes sense because he spins into a little ball. It makes sense for him to be a pinball.
But the controls for Mario were bad. But I still love that Pac-Man mixture. Playing Pac-Man and pinball together.
We're not talking about this without talking. We're not talking about this and not talking about Metroid Pinball 2.
What?
That
You
was
don't have-
fuck. Metroid
Metroid
Prime
Pinball.
Pinball was
I know,
awesome.
it-
Shut
no,
the
it
hell up.
wasn't.
Can
It
I
was too.
can I say
Okay.
I've never played it. It was one of the things I just didn't see around here being sold. So it might have been like a limited quantity and then sold out and they just never restocked it. I would love to play it though.
When you're here, dude, I'll get it out.
Yeah.
Shit, I will even try and dig out the actual like DS Lite so you can play it with the Rumble Pack.
Ooh, yes.
If you're gonna play it, get the full experience. Which, by the way, speaking of, Metroid Prime Hunters also supported the Rumble Pack.
Yes, it did.
Oh, cool.
Hmm?
Well, everybody that is
Back for you.
everybody that is bonus round, and we will be right back.
And we're back. Welcome to the third half of the show. This is where we either deep dive into a special subject, or you know what, tonight kind of is deep dive. Honestly, this is where we either do news desk or we deep dive. And tonight we're going to be deep diving into speculation, rumor mongering, and all the internet filth that is E3 to come.
God, here we
E3.
go.
E3 predictions.
That's what your mom said. Anyways, so let's deep dive. And we'll get into it. We started kind of toying with this a little bit. Oh my god, video games. I'm like, no, we gotta save this. So, first big thing, obviously, we already know Sony is not gonna be there this year. That's a big one.
Yep.
That really kind of leaves a big hole to fill, said your mom.
I don't think it does, but I guess for some people.
It's just unusual, and
It is.
But at the same time, you know, again, Sony may not have anything they want to show, and they don't want to run into just showing fluff and just doing something to do it. If they don't have anything to show, why bother going?
Because they've been doing that for the last past
Right.
E3s.
True, but you know, again, I still say it goes back to the whole debacle with Blizzard and the disappointment that was felt at their last big showcase that they had. And I still think it put everybody on notice, and especially these bigger companies, that, you know, don't just, you know, if you really don't have something to show, just don't bother with it. You know, wait until you have the big announcements, and you know, E3 will still go on, and you'll still, especially when you're one of the big three companies, so Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. Really, they can afford to kind of take a step back from E3 and sit it out, because they have other ways of getting their products out to the public.
When Nintendo has been showing all of their cars, and they keep telling people we're only going to talk about this. So
Yep.
if y'all have any expectations, then don't get upset and mad at us after
Yeah.
we tell y'all what we're doing and what we're
Yeah.
going to show you. So
And that's why Nintendo is, again, Nintendo setting the standard for how presentations and how E3 is going to be handled in the future by these three big companies,
mhm.
by the Holy Trinity. So I think, and I don't think Sony was prepared for that. And I think, again, Sony kind of took a look at what Nintendo's been doing and realized they don't want to look like the idiots, and, you know, continue to look like, you know, they're wandering around like, what? I mean, and again, not that Sony is, it's just these big companies need to figure out the new marketing strategies with the way, you know, the video game industry is changing.
In other words, well, I would say this: Sony can't show movies anymore. They
Right.
gotta show actual game,
Yes.
because, and this even goes like for Ubisoft, a little bit for Microsoft, not so much, because Microsoft sometimes does show actual gameplay, but some of the stuff still feel like this is a movie, and this is like already pre-made. So
Yeah.
it's just like, you guys got to show what we're going to see on our screen.
And
When
people
we buy
want to
the
be able to play it, and that's
Yes.
that's the thing. I think that's where we're moving into now with this generation is, don't give me what's to come, let me play it. I want to be able to play it. You know, you can tease all that stuff before E3. E3 should be where I'm playing the games.
Yes. So, well, Larry, where do you want to start?
All right, so we're gonna go the traditional route here. We're gonna make the rounds, and we're gonna start with a likely prediction from each of you on E3 this year. So we'll start with Eddie.
Okay.
Prediction that is actually got solid credence.
We will get a Gears of War 5 a release date. The box art that they show that's somewhat been leaked or rumored looks cool. If they actually do that, I would actually buy like a hoodie or t-shirt or even a poster of that, because that box art that is rumored that got leaked looks quite nice. But I think we'll get an actual date for it. Maybe September, October is kind of what I'm hoping for. But Gears 5 getting a release date.
And Kathy.
I really haven't been keeping up with the E3 news. I usually wait until we get a little bit closer, but
We're like 2 weeks away.
I know. I usually wait till the week before. I'm predicting that I don't think there's going to be any surprises. I think this year we're not going to have any big game reveals, really. I think it's just going to be what everybody's been expecting. I'll be very surprised if anything's going to really stand out. I think this E3, again, with Sony not being there, even though I think it's a smart move, I think it's going to be kind of underwhelming. I think we're not going to see not much excitement of any big AAA games really coming. And I think it's just going to be a very blah E3 for a change.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be blah, but I do think that we are going to see multiple stealth, like right now drops in pressers. I think Microsoft and Nintendo are both going to stealth drop at least one game. With a trailer, an announcement, or whatever, and then at the end of it, available now.
That or some demos.
I think we're gonna get a couple of full games that have just kind of been lingering and we haven't gotten any info on. I think we're at least gonna get the Hollow Knight treatment again this year on something.
For indies, I could see that. But what if they be like, hey, Fire Emblem 3 Houses demo available now, like that kind of demo release or something,
right?
Or Shadow Drop,
right? I'm honestly thinking that I don't know what Nintendo will stealth drop out of their presser. I'm trying to think. No, I know it would be a good one, and I don't know if it's ready or not, but it wouldn't surprise me because it's just been in the wings for so long. Is fucking King Knight for Shovel Knight.
Oh, okay.
That's been how long in the cooker?
I think 2 years. I think this is
Yeah,
I think
okay.
Years for DLC. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. This could be the time.
Because the Amiibos, because the Amiibos even got pushed back, and I don't even think they got to announce a release date or anything.
On the Xbox side, I'm thinking we might get an available now or like a coming next week, possibly finally for Ori. Because that looked solidly ready to roll last year.
I might have to disagree with you, and only reason why I had to say that is I don't know if you was looking on Twitter that someone at Moon Studio they had posted like hiring a level is it? No, that was Santa Monica for the level designer. But they was doing some hiring thing.
I was going to say, I know they're not hiring a level designer because we know the level designer.
Well, yeah. But it was something else that they was asking to hire at Moon Studio. So I wonder if Ori, I want to agree with you, Larry, but I think it's that posting that has me kind of worried at the moment to see if they're pushing it back to add more content, or because if that does happen, I'm down for it. Or they could be doing that for DLC. Who knows?
I don't know. I at least expect. There's no way we don't get a date for Ori at least, though.
We
this
have
year.
We
I
have to do
swear, I scoured it. I apparently fucking hallucinated it. But I swear last year we got a date on Ori and then it just disappeared. But apparently I fucking hallucinated it.
Yeah, we didn't get a date. But yeah, it's a big if. Like, I want to agree, but I want to hold off that agreement until I actually see it like a release date. And if it is, but that hard thing, if that hard thing was for DLC content for Ori, I completely agree with you then. Because that's my the will of the wisp. Like, I think everybody is ready for that game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so Reggie Fils-Aimé on this. My body is ready. And it's made of meat.
I have no words for that. May I add that the PC gaming show might actually be good again. I think what they did last year
was actually good.
Yeah, last year was
that
like
fucking shark game, dude.
Oh, that thing is amazing.
What did I miss?
There was
Dig
a
up
shark
last year's PC gaming press conference from E3 and keep an eye out specifically for the shark game.
They
imagine playing a Jaws video game where you play the shark.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh my god, I want that game. I'm sorry. Go around and destroy people. Yes, come on.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna eat that leg. I'm gonna eat that other leg.
What I actually liked about that PC gaming one was, you know, the them switching to the host and also talking about tech and games, like the chips and stuff. But when they went to the female co-host, like she was talking about some stuff in sales and everything and breaking stuff down. I really like their dynamic, and I really hope that they come back and do that again. And if she wants to interview people and developers and stuff, and be like, hey, this is on Epic, this is on Steam, this is on good old games, like whatever you do on your PC, it's available. Like, I really liked her as a co-host, and I really like enjoyed that show. Like, and they kept it at 2 hours, I think. Like, it moved fast, and I'm like, they got it. This is what the PC gamer show is all about. I think they locked it down last year with a format, and plus, I want to play. There were some games on there that I really hope come. That I really wanted to come to console, and 2 of them are coming to console that I can't wait for. So hopefully they show some games and they be like, yeah, this is coming to Switch later on, or like in the Nintendo Direct, and it comes to like Xbox One. So.
All right. So,
funky swat. Sorry.
I was gonna say, get that fixed.
Fix your fucking microphone, motherfucker.
Be nice.
I am being nice.
You're not.
Oh, I am.
That was mean.
No, mean is things that I do to people's moms. So let's round table. I want speculation here. Something you're hoping for out of E3. Let's start. Let's go opposite round the table. Kathy, something you're hoping for.
What am I hoping for? I would like to know what's going on with Cyberpunk from dang it, I can't think. CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay if that game never comes out, so long as it just pops up with a trailer every once in a while, so I get another round of Cyberpunk memes.
I think they.
I
Those are great.
they are. But I really would like to see some more information about the game. It was something that I was looking forward to, and it's kind of just, but so I don't know if there's been some issues.
No, they I think they announced that they was going to speak more of it at E3 after they did that stream.
I missed it because I was just like, yeah. So that's I'm hoping to see some more of that. And
yeah, I think they're going to be at I think Microsoft's conference they're going to be at. I don't know when they're going to be showing it though, but I think they said Microsoft conference.
And I hope Bethesda's presentation isn't sucky like it was last year.
Ooh, that was
horrible. That was painful.
Compared to the EA one, ooh.
Oh.
Bethesda's was kind of a mixed bag.
It
I'll tell you who needs to get their fucking presentation together if they're coming back to the show this year is fucking Square Enix. Their presentation last year was garbage.
It wasn't bad.
No, you're right. It wasn't bad. It was awful.
It wasn't even awful. I think everything that they showed on there we already knew, so there wasn't nothing.
Not only that, we'd already seen it at everyone else's show.
But it was the Kingdom Hearts thing. But like, She and Shadow the Tomb Raider was really nice because that was like the first gameplay trailer of that game. So I was excited to see that.
Did you already see that at Sony's?
No.
Oh no, you're right. That was, what was it, Last of Us Part 2 that just looked like Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping.
Which at that point, those two were pretty interchangeable.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's all I had.
Eddie, what are you hoping for?
What am I hoping for? Sorry about that, everybody. Got a lot of hopes. For Microsoft, I kind of do hope that they show off their new system and give it its official name. I don't know if I'm ready for a release date or anything, but I just hope that they show it all, like the design, and give it its official name. And hopefully they announce that your Xbox One controllers are compatible with the next Xbox. I think that would be really cool and like really worth like people who invested in Xbox One like to really like save money on controllers. But if the new one looks really good and people enjoy the new one over the Xbox One controllers, then yeah, I can see that happening too. For Ubisoft, I think I'm speculating that Watch Dogs 3 is going to be announced. I know it's kind of in a rumor right now, but Watch Dogs 3 and Mario Rabbids 2 probably be announced. Watch Dogs 3, I kind of hope that they continue from the second one because the second game was really good. I like those characters there. For Square Enix,
I gotta stop you real quick.
Hmm?
Ubisoft, do you think Beyond Good and Evil 2 is playable this year?
No.
They had some playable behind closed doors last year, didn't they?
Not that I know of. I think probably, but I don't think they're ready to deep dive into that game because I think Tom Clancy, whatever they have planned for that, because of the Ghost Recon game, that's going to be their focus on it.
Fuck that. Bring me back Splinter Cell.
Well, unfortunately, that's not being made. I think they show some gameplay and give some updates about it. But I don't think they're going to officially announce that game like ready to go when they should. So for that's Ubisoft. Square Enix, they'll probably show off Dragon Quest S that a lot of people are hyped for. They probably, and I think Larry froze on my screen.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just funny.
So, I think
Sorry.
I know they showed the trailer for the Demons in their new game, That's coming for PS4 Switch. I keep forgetting the name of it. Okaran or Omicron. I got to go back and look it up. I'm sorry, everybody, for the name. But they'll probably show a little bit more of that. Oh, there you go. It caught up. But I think
Was
Square
it like
Enix.
20 Naka or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think Square Enix probably is going to announce Final Fantasy 13 collection for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I think it's time for those games to come, and I think the Switch version is going to get just digital versions of it, but Xbox and Square and Sony would get physical and digital versions of it. So that is my guess. Speculation for Square Enix. I kind of would love to see that. I would actually love them to bring out Eisenhower. I think is it Eisenhower or whatever. They had a 2D shoot 'em up back on PlayStation 1. And it was really difficult. But I would kind of want to see that get a remaster and a sequel coming to Switch, like an exclusive. I would love to see that. I'm not worried about the Avengers game. It is. I have Ultimate Alliance for Switch. So for Nintendo though, I kind of course I want Tokyo Mirage Session to be announced for Switch. Everybody does. But I kind of want them, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, I kind of want them and Monolith Soft to put Xenoblade Chronicles X on Xbox One. And the reason why I say that, I mean, still bring it to Switch. Of course, I want it for Switch, but I'm looking at this game and how gorgeous it is, and everything. And I was just like, what if Nintendo actually took one of their franchise and actually returned the favor to Microsoft and put a game like that on their platform, and actually be able to see that game in 4K on Xbox One X. Like, I mean, they could go in and fix some things and stuff. I don't know, the music might be annoying and everything, but I'm just like, I could see that kind of happening. Not so much about Bayonetta 3 and Luigi's Mansion. I think all of that stuff is expected to come, but I kind of want Nintendo to that be probably the first and only game that I would want them to put on somebody else's platform. And I think Xbox One, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X on Xbox One would sell more copies than it should have on Wii U. Because I think that's a game that's not only fitting for Nintendo, but I kind of think it's fitting for Microsoft because of its graphical ability. And I would kind of love to see that.
Well, if it's gonna happen, it would be with Microsoft. So.
Because hey, Microsoft brought Minecraft and they helped bring Cuphead, and I think Nintendo could return the favor.
Well, they've been playing nice. They must have something cooking up if they're playing this nice.
Yeah, I think Nintendo and Microsoft have been playing nice, but I think they have seen the benefits that have come out of their partnership, because all like Minecraft and Microsoft and Nintendo, they all made money from that. Cuphead is still, I think, with this, when they had this pre-sales, that worked out for Nintendo and the MDHS and for Microsoft, because it went from like when they announced that game on the Nintendo Direct to like #1 in almost 2.5 weeks in pre-sales. Like, and it stood #1 till the game came out. And I think at $20, people were buying that game on Switch. Even people who already owned it double dipped, so that was more money for them. But yeah, like for Nintendo, putting Xenoblade Chronicles X on Xbox.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 2 here. One.
Before you go, Larry, I'm sorry. Digital Devolver I don't know what insane game they're going to bring.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for fucking Devolver.
So I don't know.
We need the continuing saga in the Devolver digital cinematic
Devolver Digital.
universe.
I don't know what they're going to bring, but I can say this: I give them mad props for the past 4 months. Even since like the mess, like they've been bringing out hits like crazy, and I respect them on that level. I'm like, yeah, you guys have been doing your own thing, bringing out the weirdness and stuff that you could call a video game. But I'm just like, The Messenger has been a hit. Katana Zero has been a hit. Like a lot of stuff that people, I think Hawaii Shakedown is from Devolver Digital. I think some of their stuff people have now finally paid attention, because it's just like it's insane and it's crazy, and you guys took a risk on these games and people have been eating it up. So I think people are going to pay attention to this conference and to their weirdness. What they're going to bring, I have no idea. I can't.
Well, dude, it's their weirdness that got everybody's attention in the fucking first place.
Yeah. And they stuff did, but like
they've had the best press conference last 2 years running.
Well, yeah, they could have the best conference, but they games weren't getting noticed. And I think these past 4 months with the games they're been releasing, they've been getting noticed a lot. So, I shout out, props to them. Shout out to them for whatever they're going to bring here. I think people now are going to pay attention to them. So that's something I just wanted to get out. Limited run games, like we talked about earlier. I don't know what they plan to release, but I will be tuning in. I don't know if they're going to do video or if this is going to have a press release, like just announcing things about the day or something. But
I would love video again.
Okay, I actually wonder what's been up with Nicholas though. Still, I wonder why they haven't been bringing out anything. I think Ikaruga was the last one that I know that they brought out. But
no, they've been doing some digital stuff. I get their PR emails.
But they've been quiet. Like they used to be hot on like Nintendo Life, and I just don't see them no more.
Here, hang on. Let me dig in my email and see what the last thing I got from them was.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Larry. It's just that Devolver Digital, I wanted to mention them.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and to give them props because they've been knocking it out with some great games. Like I cannot lie. Limited run games. I want my Just Shapes and Beats if you guys do announce stuff. Switch physical. I want it.
So let's see. I just got one earlier this month. Redout just dropped on Switch. That was from Nicholas. What else here? Mr. Taco back in October. What else? Dungreed for Switch. Code of Princess EX back in July last year.
Was Code of Princess before Ikaruga?
I've got the email after Ikaruga. I've got the Ikaruga email from where was it? I just saw it.
Man.
That was like a year ago.
I think that was my first pre-order for Switch. It might be something else, but when they announced that month for Switch, I'm like, pre-order right now. I'm not playing. Y'all don't fool around. When it comes to Treasure, I do not fool around.
Have you gotten to play Ikaruga with your Switch grip yet?
Yes, I did.
Isn't it so comfortable? It's amazing.
Like it literally is like it's hard. It's hard to play that game without it in a sense. Like I can still play with Xbox and with the Pro controller, but putting that thing in on the Switch grip, like this is arcade heaven.
You need to download Shoot and Switch too. Shoot and Switch is awesome. You need to download that. And I think it's on sale.
I'll have to look it up. Okay.
It's dirt ass cheap and it's awesome, and it's another vertical shooter. Yeah, huh? It's actually really clever.
Yeah, Switch returned it to my Switch has kind of become the 1990 arcade shoot 'em up SNES console for like games, because
Okay
there's
with
a
that.
lot. There's a lot of shooting, but there's stuff from Japan I've never heard of on Switch that I'm just like, I need to buy this. Thank you. Oh, but go ahead.
All right, so I got two here. One, I think we get an announcement of some kind of cross partnership between Microsoft and Nintendo, because we know they've been talking and they're playing nice with each other. I'm thinking maybe there's like some sort of limited version of Game Pass or something coming to Switch.
Okay.
Because Lord knows they've been dabbling with streaming games versus on hardware and things like. I think something along those lines is coming. That, or alternatively, barring that, the ones that I could seriously see Nintendo talking to Microsoft and arranging a deal in terms of IPs with beyond just Cuphead would actually be Ori.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually agree with you, Larry. I think Microsoft might be working with Nintendo to get their adapter controller to work on Switch.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, my gut tells me that they're doing something high level in the background.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like a massive partnership,
Yeah.
blow your mind announcement.
It's gonna rock. It's gonna rock the other. Yeah. It's like Sony's gonna be like shit. I think it's gonna.
I think a big part of the reason is because Microsoft is looking at it as a way to finally break into the handheld market without having to put their neck on the line to do it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
And Nintendo has been so successful with handheld consoles.
Mm-hmm.
That would
So-
actually be a great partnership.
And
They're cooking it.
Yeah.
I mean, because like Microsoft is really, they're still doing their hardware stuff with Surface tablets and probably their own computers and stuff. But their platform has like they've been pushing their platform a lot and working that platform. So like if they could do some stuff with Nintendo like that, like spreading their platform, like xCloud and stuff and everything like that, I think it's gonna be just like
Gangbusters, yeah.
yeah, like Microsoft is winning. Like when you are a company that's not only working with Nintendo but Sony at the same time, you guys are winning.
Yeah.
And my other one I'm going to throw out there, at the risk of setting myself up for disappointment, my gut tells me that there's going to be Metroid news somewhere in Nintendo's E3 this year. It may not even be their press. I don't know if they're going to stealth it in Treehouse or if it's going to be in the actual direct. But it's been just long enough that they're going to do something. And it's either, I don't know if they've had Mercury Steam working on a follow-up for Samus Returns, because that's been a couple years now. That'll be 2 years this year since Samus Returns came out.
2017, yeah.
Yeah, September. And Samus Returns had that tease at the end for the Fusion remake that they had originally pitched to Nintendo the first time around, and Nintendo said, yeah, no, but do this instead. And so I could see the possibility that Mercury Steam has been quietly working on the Fusion rework. That it's going to be one of three things, because I know what it's not. We're not getting shit on Prime 4, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there's three things that can happen here. It's either going to be Mercury Steam busts out the Fusion remake, and it will be on Switch because they're done with 3DS.
Yes.
I can't possibly see Mercury Steam doing that on 3DS. There's not a chance in hell. 2, they announce, you know what? It sold pretty good, and we've polished it up. Here's Samus Returns on Switch. I could see that one happening.
Okay.
Now that would be the drop. That would be the shadow drop right there.
Yeah.
Like if you want to break the eShop, that would be the one.
My gut says that's not going to be the stealth drop though, because if they do that, my gut tells me they're going to physical release it too. There's no way they do a Landmark series digital only. If they do it, they're going to say it's coming sometime by the end of the year.
Well,
Not necessarily.
Can I tell you? I really think they should. I think it just needs to be digital, because like, are you ready for a physical version of that game?
Oh yes.
All
day.
I
just put it directly into my blood.
It's another amiibo. It's a Pro controller that has to come with it, or a Joy-Con.
Nope, it won't happen.
But see,
they're not gonna do anything controller for Metroid until Prime 4.
But see, this is the thing about it. Like, if they do that, they've
already got working amiibos for Samus Returns.
Are they going to have Europe have a better version than us again?
I think they're going to dodge that debacle this time. I think they're just going to do if that's what happens. I think it's just going to be a straight standard physical. But I don't see any way. I don't see them taking one of their landmark flagship series and doing a digital only for that.
If they do, yeah. Because I would be cool if they do a shadow drop of that being digital, and then be like, but if you want the better version of it, wait till August 5th or something like that, and here's a collection that you guys can pre-order or you guys can buy on the 5th if you want to. But if you want to play the game now, you can play like the 3DS version on Switch for each.
So what's your third?
The third variant of this is that with the delay of Prime 4, they announce and date trilogy for holiday season, probably December.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And if they do, I'm thinking we see, because we started talking about this, I think we see 3 new Metroid amiibos. I think we see a dark suit, a light suit, and the corruption suit Samus.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dark one is from Prime 2, right?
Dark suit and light suit are Prime 2, and corruption suit, or the PED suit rather, is from Corruption.
I could see that.
I can see that.
So, or completely out of left field. This just popped into my head. But yeah, totally out of fucking left field. We get a port of Other M onto Switch.
And you know what? I would buy it.
And that's the thing. That is not out of the fucking realm of possibility.
I'm telling you right now, I would buy it. I would literally buy it. I still think out of that year when that game released, that is still my game of the year. Like,
story aside, I loved it. The
story
was the only part of that game that really fucking hurt it. It played a ton of fun.
Yeah, the story is confusing in a sense because there was just a lot of left threads. Well, yeah. But I'm just like, this is the Team Ninja that I love to see, because like I've always argued, if you go back to Ninja Gaiden 1 and Ninja Gaiden 2 back on the Xbox, in fact I think they're both backwards compatible. Go deal with that difficulty and those camera angles and think that's fun to play. Then go play Other M and be like, goodness, they got action right.
I almost wonder too. The likelihood is that if Steam is working on something, if Mercury Steam is working on something, it's going to be either the Samus Returns port or the Fusion remake. But somewhere in the back of my head, I think that they've been pegged already to finally do Dread. I think that's going to be Nintendo's go-to studio for 2D side scroll for that for that series now.
Are the game that they've been personally working on, is it out yet?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, and I would just say this, I think Mercury Steam working with Nintendo, it was so out of the box, but they proven themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gave the respect back after Lords of Shadow 2. Like you don't go from a game that people have trashed you about and then get mad props and respect and love when you work with one of the biggest video game companies in history. And then bring out a product that everybody thoroughly enjoyed. Like, it's on people's Game of the Year list. Like, that's crazy. You go from there to Metroid, and it's just like, if anyone who's going to handle the series for portable is now Mercury Steam. That's crazy. And I think Mercury Steam is in Mexico, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So,
but yeah, no, I my gut tells me though, if it's Mercury Steam anything, it's either going to be Fusion Remake on Switch, or it's going to be Samus Returns port to Switch. And honestly, it could really be a complete coin toss on either of those, for the simple fact that one, Samus Returns is basically just a matter of up-resing and, polishing the shit out of it for HD, for 720 1080, because the resolution on the 3DS is just not going to blow up well. Or two, the reason it could be a toss-up between that and the Fusion Remake is if they pitched the Fusion Remake to Nintendo, you bet your ass they came to Nintendo with something in hand and said, this is kind of what we got in mind, and I bet you they've got a solid working start on it that they saved somewhere and had a running start on it already.
But they gotta make it creepy. They gotta make, like, Fusion is a horror game, and I'm all for this. Like, I mean, it was difficult, but seeing that that other Samus walk in, and you were just
the
like,
SAX, yeah.
Do not play that song. Do not see me. That was scary.
That game
like,
with headphones is amazing, by the way.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Kathleen. But yeah, Fusion is just like bunkers, and I'm just like, this is the Metroid that I like. I mean, I love all the Metroids, but I'm just like, this is a horror game. This is not the Metroidvania that people expected. Like it built so much tension that you want to drop the system. You don't want to cut it off. But it's just like,
There's only one game that ever did that for me. There's only one.
Which one?
Eternal Darkness for the GameCube.
Now that's something that needs to come to Switch.
Damn it, that game, especially when you had surround sound. Let's just put it this way, I all of a sudden had somebody whispering over my shoulder, I didn't realize there was a speaker behind me, and I just jumped and ran out of the room.
That game is
spooky.
That game is a fucking
psychological nightmare.
That game fucks with your brain.
But it worked.
Well, and like I said, it was just so creepy. Like I said, if you had surround sound, it really intensified it, because they would play the sounds out of different speakers, so you didn't know where the sound was coming. I mean, you would have the blood-curdling scream from the other side of the room, and you just... Oh my god, that just added a whole level. All
right.
Sorry.
So, right. One more go around the table here. Complete wild out of the blue. What do you think? No chance in hell of it happening, but I want to hear what would just blow your mind from this year's E3. Go, Eddie.
Okay, so my out there, like crazy, crazy, crazy prediction. Um, I think and this is gonna be sound so weird. Um, I think Insomniac is gonna make a game for Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Do you
They-
think is it new IP or is it an existing that they
New
managed to? Okay.
new IP. If they was doing something existing for it, I think they would work with Microsoft to get Sunset Overdrive on Switch. But for a new IP,
I'd be okay with that.
for a new IP, I would say this: Insomniac has never published a game by themselves. They've always needed another higher developer to do it. But I think this would be the first time that not only have they Insomniac is making a game for Nintendo, they're publishing it themselves. What would two of the biggest platform makers, like just in platform gaming in general, what can they create? Like, what can Insomniac make specifically that could only be played on Nintendo, that doesn't need Nintendo's involvement, and will really sell games for that system, and actually prove that Insomniac is worthy of their name? Because I'm not saying that their games are not good, I'm not saying that, but I'm like, do something on a Nintendo platform that has no one else publishing the game. You guys develop and publish it yourself, and let's see if it stands up to it. That's my wild speculation.
All right, Kathy, what about you?
We are going to finally get Elder Scrolls 6. Like, actually get Elder Scrolls 6. Where it's located, what the game title is, and a little bit more of a timeline of when it's coming out.
Oh.
Not going to happen, but I would love to see that.
That's part of... Sorry about that.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I ordered a new mic stand, everybody, so it's
I'm gonna
coming.
fucking hurt you, Eddie.
My mic stand has been ordered. That's coming. I agree with you, Kathleen. I think that's wow. I think that'll probably be like next year. Like, you know how they did like Fallout, how they do like that's the main talking point thing. If they don't do it this year, I think they'll do it next year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they already showed that it's in development, but I would love to see, like, I would love for it had been, that was just to kind of throw us all and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's coming out this year because, god damn it, Skyrim has been around way too long. And,
Exactly.
I mean, don't get me wrong, great game, but it's like, we need a new Elder Scrolls.
And
And we
Yeah,
need
it's
it bad.
It crazy
Time to
enough,
retire Skyrim.
people are still playing it on Switch.
They're still playing it. I mean, hell, I'm starting it over
They're
again.
still playing it on their fucking toasters.
Can I make one last speculation that Walmart releases another?
Oh, another
Like
spoiler.
that.
That was great last year.
And
No, I'm
Bethesda,
calling it this year. It's fucking Target.
and Bethesda was shady this year with Rage 2 because they made fun of the leak thing. I was just like, wow.
At least they made that was kind of the cool thing is they owned up to it and
They at least made a good joke out of it. Yeah.
they didn't get too up in arms about it.
All right. So I have the single most wild, out of left field, out of any of this. Total what the fuck moment. But they're in seeing an opportunity and seizing it from Facebook and current meme culture, from one of the newest, trendiest memes around the internets. An old series makes a return, and it's going to jump genres. We're gonna see the return of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms saga. We're gonna see it come back and it's totally jumping genres. And again, they're gonna, in order to bring people into their series, they're gonna capitalize on the latest meme phrase on Facebook. We're gonna have Bromance of the 3 Kyles, and it's gonna be tower defense, but it's gonna be drywall defense.
Well, everybody, that was
I
World
think Kathy
Podcast.
died.
No, I didn't die, but I'm just like, okay.
Look,
That's what I want. It needs to happen. I need
so-
Bromance of the 3 Kyle Saga drywall defense.
I'm getting tired and I'm getting loopy, and I think it's time for me to go to bed on that note.
Yeah, I'm about to close the show. I'm like, well, everybody, that's World War One Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Check us out on Twitch, Twitter, Podbean, YouTube, and all that nonsense. Have a great night. I'm out. Peace.
Peace!